Hi, Todd Dunn here. Today I'm going to be doing a little tour of Southwest Harbor, Maine. I'm starting here at Acadia National Park at the seawall picnic area, which is sort of at the southern tip of Mount Dysart Island. Right now I'm panning, looking out at the ocean, and I'm panning across and looking across the Western Way, which leads into the great harbor of Mount Dysart Island, and on the other side of the water you can see Great Cranberry Island. And let's move back here. You can see lots and lots of seagulls on the rocks today. Anyway, what I'll be doing today is making a series of short segments. Each one will be in a different place as I move around from here around the town of Southwest Harbor, not looking at the town, but looking at the waterfront. Okay, I'm going to move on. Well, here I am in Southwest Harbor. We're looking across the entrance to the harbor itself toward the main part of Mount Dysart Island. And I'm walking down on the south side of Southwest Harbor now to one of the three town docks in the town of Southwest Harbor. Incidentally, Southwest Harbor is both a town and a harbor. And this particular town dock on the south shore of Southwest Harbor is called the Manset Town Dock. It's the first big public dock you come into in the harbor. And in a second I'll show you what things look like from further out. This is the dock itself. Right now, none of the floats are in place that are here in the summer. And I'll show you a little bit here. This is the boat ramp where you can launch your boat and where I launch my boats. Up here, you can see there are a couple more docks. The one with the large boat and the travel lift is the Hinckley Company, which is a private boatyard. We're looking east over toward what's called the Eastern Way, with Sutton Island on the right and Mount Dysart Island on the left. And we'll walk out here a little bit further. And I'm just going to zoom in slowly right now. And I don't know if you can see it out there, but there are a couple loons, which are quite common here. Now we'll zoom back out. Now I'm going to shut down for a second while I walk out to the end of the dock. Okay, I'm at the end of the dock and we're just looking around. I'm panning from sort of northeast toward the west. So we come across here and we start to see the entrance to Southwest Harbor. The white building over there belongs to the Coast Guard. And we move across looking at the north shore of Southwest Harbor. There are a few lobster boats, but other than that, the harbor is pretty empty. In the summer, this harbor is completely filled with pleasure boats. Now we're looking west toward the other end of Southwest Harbor. It's very quiet today. I'll just move back here. If you look closely there, you can see one lobster boat underway. Might even be able to hear it. And not much activity here this time of year. And right here is that loon I told you about swimming along. So it's pretty peaceful here this time of year. And this is February 22nd. So this is what it looks like typically in the winter. A good deal of the snow we had last week has melted because it's been quite warm. And most of it will probably melt in the coming week because we're supposed to have some really warm weather up around 50 degrees, which is toasty warm for this part of Maine in the winter. Well, I'm going to move on to my next stop. Okay, I've now moved about 1 mile west, and I'm at the extreme west end of Southwest Harbor. Right now we're looking east toward the Eastern Way. That's Sutton Island on the right in the distance. The closer land in the distance is Greening's Island. And we pan across the harbor Sorry, it's kind of a busy road here, so there's a lot of traffic noise. This is the main street here. Looking over at Clark Point and the main part of Southwest Harbor. And traffic is getting bad, so I'll shut down again. Okay, I'm over on the north side of Southwest Harbor. Currently I'm standing on the town's second municipal dock. This is the upper town dock. And we're looking west, and I'm scanning across toward the south. Going to be into the sun for a second, so it might get a little washed out. Over in the distance you can see some boats. That's the Dysart's Marina, which only has boats that are wintering over right now. Now we're looking pretty much due south. You can see the harbor is pretty empty. We did see one lobster boat there. And as we start to look more southeast, you'll start to see that there are a few lobster boats. The only boats that stay in the winter in the water and are used in the winter here are lobster boats. So it's and they make up a minority of the boats in the harbor in the summer, a small minority. Now we're looking almost straight east. The building over there on the wharf is Southwest Lobster, which is one of the 2 lobster docks where the lobstermen sell their lobsters. So now I'm going to move to the last municipal town dock, which is a bit further east, but still on the north shore of Southwest Harbor, and it's called the lower town dock. Okay, now I'm at the Southwest Harbor lower town dock on the north side of the harbor, looking west. And you can see a few lobster boats here that are in for the day. And as we pan toward the west and then the south, looking at the harbor, this is the 3rd municipal dock. And in a second you'll see it's right next to the 2nd lobster pier where lobstermen sell their gear. You can see some lobster boats out there. And we'll pan across a little bit. This building that's just coming into view is Beals Lobster Pier and a lobster boat. Selling some lobsters, no doubt. And Beals is also a restaurant. Not going to be able to pan up far enough because there's a pile of lobster traps right here, which you'll see in a second, that blocks the view of the restaurant. But there is a restaurant there you can go to in the summer. It's not open now. So that kind of shows you a little bit of what there is out here in Southwest Harbor, Maine. And I'll just pan back to the harbor proper, past Beals, past that lobster boat, looking out at the south shore of Southwest Harbor, which is called the Manset Shore. And so I'm going to end this segment here, and we'll go back in and I'll close out the video with a view of the bustling downtown Southwest Harbor. Okay, I'm in downtown Southwest Harbor, Maine right now. This is looking north on Main Street. I'm pretty much at one end, at the north end of downtown. We'll pan around. I'm actually standing pretty nearly in the middle of the street as we look back the other way. And that's it. That's downtown Southwest Harbor. I'm going to walk off the street now so I don't interfere with traffic. And we'll just keep having a look. Not much here. Downtown is about 1.5 blocks long. And I got a big truck coming, so I'm going to end this now.